made it here. I'm always thankful that we made it through pandemic. It's out of pandemic days, one of those things that people are going to talk about 20 years from now. Like, do you guys remember the pandemic? And I'm glad that everybody made it through pandemic. And for those who lost their loved ones, we just have to pray for them and be together with them. Other than that, thank God I'm here.
All right then. Okay, كان يبغى نسمع بجيبه شوية كده نسمع جد إنجليزي ولا ممكن تقولي الناس القسم حاليا لآي راديو.
سلامت عليكم لسه متابع دايناميك أنا في آي راديو ليلى من كافوكي. Happy New Year to everybody.
Yes. All right then, Dynamq, let's get straight into it. When you came this time, you came for Ruka, which is an annual thing that you usually organize. It's your making, and tell us more about it.
Ruka Festival, the original idea behind it was to celebrate South Sudan music and culture, and now we're going to add South Sudan food as well, because we're trying to expand it. And also after the death of our late brothers and sisters Mantani and Treasure, I wanted to make sure that we had something that could keep their music playing on big stages. And last year, which wasn't really successful, we managed to still do a fundraiser for Mantani's beautiful daughter, and also Treasure C's mother, you know, to just show their appreciation that we're always thinking about them no matter what. They're with us in heart. And then this year we celebrated Emmanuel Kembe and General Paulino. So every year we are trying to celebrate somebody to give them their flowers while they're here. We don't want to wait until they're gone and then,
Okay. Talk to us. You said the Ruka Festival it happens every year. I want to know about the timing, because it's supposed to be a family show. It's supposed to be a family festival, is it?
Yes, supposed to be a family festival. We are getting it together. We are really getting it together. Santaro. In time in Tajunubin, it's very different. But you know, it's one step at a time. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get it right.
يعني فكرة روكا إنه طبعا هو بيكون حاجة زيتها أسر كلها، يعني أي زول ما بس بيكون ناس كبار براو، زول بقدر يجيب عيالته، بقدر يجيب أسرته عشان بحضر روكا فيستيفال.
لكن ده برا من سعربة، لكن تعرف كمان ناس سعربة ده ناس لسه قالي we're in a machine now, so we have to wait, but we are going to get it together.
مرة فات لما أنت جات تجيب بروجكت هذا دوغلو غارا تم الأغنية مع إيمانويل كيمبي مع جنرال بولينو and then للبين ميت في غنى ده بروجكت كان تعمل مرة فات زمان تجا so مرة دي كمان في بروجكت زي ده بيجامل ولا كيف؟
مرة دي I'm taking a time out. I'm just looking around. I really like this young artist called Young Boy, and I'm really checking him out. I want to do something with Young Boy. Definitely, I haven't done something with Hard Life Avenue, you know, and there's a lot of amazing musicians. Team manager, I really like his music, but you know, it's just I'm scouting around to see how we can work together.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I mean, different strategy now this time. When you say this new artist, exactly what does that mean? Like,
well, I don't mean to like new to me. You know, I'm unfortunately my ears is not as here as much as it should be. But you know, there's a lot of young upcoming artists. Well, I mean younger than me, basically. But you know, they're doing amazing things, and I feel like it's time for them to be appreciated with South Sudanese on abroad, meaning the South Sudanese in Australia, South Sudanese in Europe and America and Canada, because we don't really have a lot of South Sudanese musicians touring over there. Ali Joma just came from Australia, and I think Silver X is there, and can't really think of anybody else. So we want to see if we can actually even do Ruka Festival one time in the States or Australia and bring our South Sudanese artists to share this talent with the world.
Okay. Of course, Dynamq, you have now hit international stages as well. You've had quite many tours that I have seen you've gone to.
God has been good to me.
Yeah, you went to, correct me if I'm wrong, you went to Japan. I don't know, you went to something. Maybe you can mention that to us.
Man, I've been to Japan, I've been to Belgium, Germany, France, Jamaica, and all these places. And I still take it as a blessing that I could lose in a second. So I'm embracing them, and I thank God that, you know, my music is accepted worldwide.
You've traveled so much, and how would you say that? Okay, like what is the difference between all what you have done out there and when you come back to South Sudan? Do you see any difference? Because you've done Ruka Festival here, you've also done international tours in other places. Is there anything that you've noticed that is significantly different?
It's a lot. Definitely the sound quality, sound system definitely needs to be upgraded over here. And this is no disrespect to nobody. It's just I feel like we have 7 stars hotels, the Pyramid or whatnot. We have we have amazing radio station, iRadio, top class. But when it comes to quality of sound system of our performance, it's still not there. We need to work on that, and also we need to work on stage presentation, stage performances. You know, I myself, I practice my craft every day, and I go to different shows and I see. Maybe because I'm privileged, I get to see different musicians from different genres, and I think also a lot of our young artists need to do that and watch the greatest, the Falis, the Diamond Platinum, to see. Don't look at them as competition. Look at them as a learning tool. Because I'm learning, even here in South Sudan, I'm learning from some young artists of how they're performing, because we are a student of this entertainment industry. Nobody is greater than the industry. I don't care what you say. Nobody is greater than the music itself. So every day is a learning experience.
Yeah. And then when you mention something that I usually like to talk about a lot, which is stage performance, because a lot of people like to be entertained, like and I would say that okay, again, no disrespect to anyone, but when it comes to stage performance, I think there's a lot that we are yet to see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we want to be wowed. Like if you watch international artists perform on stage, it's quite different from how people put stage performance here. Yeah. So who is the best stage performer in South Sudan, you'd say? Let's name it, female and male. Someone that goes on stage and you're like, okay, so far, wow. I know it's hard for you because you have seen bigger stages honestly, and bigger artists. young
boy is bad. He's
on
good on stage. I saw him perform on the 31st and amazing. I like Rocky J. Rocky J got that roughness. I like that. I like a couple of them differently, you know. When it comes to women, definitely what's her name? From Yambio,
Juna,
I like Juna. Juna is doing her thing. Lady Cole, I gotta give it up for her. You know, and at the same time, I like everybody has. Some have confidence, some don't have. I think Honey Brewer. I saw Honey Brewer for the first time. I thought she did an amazing job. You know, I like people who interact with the crowd.
Okay, when they're on the stage.
On stage, they interact with the crowd and they do their thing, you know. And I think everybody has their own ups and downs. It's just we have to work collectively as a group. But definitely, Young Boy is my number one guy.
Number one stage performer.
Yeah, he's
all right.
doing his thing.
Hopefully he'll be having something and we'll be able to see him on stage as well.
Oh yeah.
Also, I wanted to ask you, because you've had quite connections as well. You've produced a song for Busy Signal.
Yeah.
And I don't know who else you have worked with as a South Sudanese artist. Also, we'll talk about that later. But as a South Sudanese artist, how do you do that? Like, did you find it challenging to be able to work with like Jamaican artists like Busy Signal is?
No, I think one thing we fail to understand is we have something to bring on the table, and the moment you value your craft, the world is gonna value you as well. I met Busy Signal at a sound clash that I was in, and somebody introduced me. His name is Jazzy T. Say, hey, this guy here is a DJ and an artist, but also he make beats. So Busy Signal, we exchanged contacts, and it took me about 2 years before I actually work with him. So patience also is very important. And in those 2 years, I was just studying his style and whatnot. Then I realized these musicians abroad, they don't know anything about South Sudan. They don't know our style of music. So whatever we bring to the table, as long as you present it the right way, they will accept it. So I sent him about 11 beats, and he turned them all down. And when I sent the other one, he said, oh, you know what, I like this one. And then from there, I did 7 more for him, and he has them all. And Bad Girl is a song that I produced for him and was picked by Sony Records. And I'm very honored because I've been seeing the royalties come in, and you know, and it's just a blessing, man. And just to see my name next to Busy Signal, who's a living legend, is amazing. And I've also worked with Mr. Vegas. I produced a Swahili song for him. He's the first Jamaican artist to sing a whole song in Swahili.
Okay.
We haven't released that yet. I'm working with Wayne Wonder. I'm working with there's a group called Big Mountain. They sing, "Oh baby, I love you." Yeah. I produce for them too. So that is like beyond my, and it's actually a white reggae group, and the lead singer is half white and half Mexican, and we connected through me DJing. And I just explained to him because I'm the type I like to seize opportunities, because being as a DJ put me in a place where as a singer sometimes I'm not able to be there. So when I'm there, I take, I networking, connect with people, and then you have to be very patient. Don't rush it, because like I say, it took me about 11 beats to get to work with Busy Signal. I've sent so many musicians different things, they turn them down. Magali kanzol madera jatake kalasde akirdunia. No, you have to keep working. You have to keep working to a point whereby he's a phone call away, he's a voice note away, and they're actually calling me, "Hey, by the way, who is the hardest artist in South Sudan?" I send them, believe me, I send them all these artists from South Sudan. The Crazy Fox, the WJ, they like their music. They just say one day, hopefully we can work. And we just have to hold that and let the world know that we have something special that the world wants to hear.
All right, Dynamq, this is a new year, so maybe it's a little bit also early to ask, but what's in it for you, like musically? What are your plans looking ahead?
I really hope that God bless me with more energy and strength to keep working with different musicians. I'm realizing my calling is more of a producer, and I want to produce for a lot of artists and give them more opportunities to be heard abroad, and then hopefully I get married
this year.
This year.
Okay, that brings us to your relationship status. So you're single and searching, single and not searching, available.
I'm single on iRadio.
Single and on iRadio. Okay, this is, you've had it here first. Dynamq has said, inshallah, this year Kamambi Jozu 2023. Inshallah. All right, then also that brings us to how you're multi-talented. You don't just sing. You are a DJ. You're a producer. Okay, do you feel like sometimes you're neglecting maybe your music? Because here in Juba, we know you, in South Sudan in general, we know you as an artist. But when Dynamq outside there, he's not just a South Sudanese artist. He's not just a Sudanese child. He does producing, he does DJing, he does a lot of other things as well. I don't know, you host as well. Have you ever hosted something?
I try to be like you.
Yeah, you try to host as well. I've seen that. So you do multi-talent.
I think it's all God, man. I don't think I'll be doing all this without the powers of God. And I always say we only live once. Tomorrow is not promised to nobody. I am a very religious person, even though I don't share it on social media and whatnot, because to a lot of people, they don't see me beyond music. And you just gotta give them that. You have to accept that. There's a lot of people that don't see me beyond a DJ. There's a lot of people that don't see me beyond a Janubi. And I'm not gonna let people's perspective of me stop me from doing what I'm capable of doing. Everybody's capable of doing anything. I look at myself as a football player who can play all positions. It's all one game. The game is called the music entertainment industry. So if you want me to I can record myself. Most of the songs that you hear, I recorded myself. I produced myself. I press record and I run to the booth and I record and I come back. Every song from Jere Jere to Halawa, I record all those songs in my room by myself in the studio. So I see me doing all of that. I realize, God has given me a gift that I can multitask and do all kind of things. And like I say, we have no idea that we're gonna wake up. Me and you are talking right now. There's millions of people that didn't wake up today. So the first thing I always do, I thank God. I look at things that I'm capable of doing. There's people that sleeping in bed that can't even move a finger. But you're here, you can walk, you can do this, you have a music ear, you have an ability. I don't let people's insecurity mess with me. If you want to put Kafuki on just one basket, that is your problem. That's not Kafuki can do A, B, C, D, and she can do them properly. I think we should be celebrating people who are multitask than anything else. But of course, we live in a world where people are so insecure and people hate to see others move forward. But I don't let that faze me. I just keep living my life.
And how do you do that? How do you block off other people? Because in the context where we're in, we're social beings, and things of other people affect us in a way, either consciously or subconsciously.
It was a journey that I had to take by myself, because I realized I was really sick, and I realized, wow, nobody's really checking on me.
Oh.
I'm being honest, and I made a post on Facebook, and everybody was just commenting on Facebook. But these are people that have my number. These are people that can come over to my house. Then I realized that is the world they live in. The social media world. They want to go up there like, well, I told you this, I told you that, and the thing that really like gave me a wake up call is the death of Mantani and the death of Treasure, because the truth and the matter is, when they were here, not a lot of people celebrated them. You know, they were just over here. But after when God called them, the whole South Sudan came out, which is very, very sad. You know, they were doing shows that a lot of people were not going to. You know, so when I look at that, I myself, I take myself purposely away from people, you know, and I like to be around people that appreciate my presence, whether I'm the talk of the country when it comes to music, or whether I'm not the talk of the country. You're still my friend throughout the whole thing. As an finas, I am a day kantamendo gurus or kantamendo gunal be trend masavitake. So the next thing you know, you go check your WhatsApp. You had said hello to them 3 months ago, and they never replied, and they read your message. Yala biga galeo na Kafuki endo guna be trend kid. Oh, Kafuki gave long time. I don't deal with that. And then I also realize my platform, my social media pages, whatnot. I realize a lot of people go there to look for inspiration. That's why I don't post nothing negative on my social media page. Not because it's just because the person I am. I know my role. I know my role in the music industry. I know people look up to me, and I want to make sure I set the right example. Even the songs that I do, like Dugu Lugara. Dugu Lugara was a way of me telling General Paulino, thank you for your years of work. And then Ruka Festival, telling Emmanuel Kembe and General Paulino, thank you so much for your works. Yeah.
So this brings us to what you said about social media. You said that ita ma birudu wonu hajat negative hayat kab عشان يعني ما كويس بplatform تاكي. لكن ده حاجة نعرفين في entertainment يعني controversy and negativity usually is bad publicity usually brings entertainers a lot of the engagement that they're looking for.
Yeah.
So don't you feel like sometimes you're a bit behind that show كده?
Rabuna maana. Sala kana ana kan behind Rabuna lisa maana. Santaro. I know for sure Aganita Elisa Buguna. Ana kan, God forbid, ana kan mutu and ana mafini amade jere Elisa nas Buguna, inas Aganita Yaldel, Bana Elisa Buruda Aganita Al Halawa, those songs of World of Sorrow. I think God has a plan for me, and also we just because everybody's doing it doesn't mean it's right. You know, I don't. So social media trending is not my thing.
Yeah. So you have to stay true to yourself online.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
And you know what? And there's a lot of people that actually follow that as well.
Yeah.
Just because you see 1,000 people liking you trending, there's also 1,000 people somewhere else that will like you for who you are. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay, let's talk new music now. Okay. Yeah. I realized you have new songs. I think a lot of people have been wondering. They're like, okay, Dugu Lugara was the latest you released. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. But from then, we haven't really had new music. Yeah. So I think everybody's like, okay, since then, what's new now?
Well, I've been working. I work on a whole EP with Slaughter, and I kind of I held them back because I didn't really like the quality. I want to give the best of the best, but I brought with me 3 songs that I've been thinking of letting out there. You know, I don't know what you have so far lined up, but you know, you let me know. We can give it a good introduction.
There is a original woman.
Oh man.
So, and there is Ruka, and there is Runaway from the new ones that you have released.
So what mood are you in today?
Well, since I'm a woman, I think I'd like to listen to what you have to say about the ladies.
Okay, so Original Woman is for you. Original Woman is a song about the South Sudan woman. Like the original woman, the one that doing her thing. The Kafukis, the one that get up and go get the job, the one that has hit rock bottom and she never switched and she still work her way up. She came back and she's making her money, and for 2023 I'm wishing everybody to make more money and travel places. Ita kumurata kumfi Tanzania ze Kafuki amu takum blogs and then blog takum dem vlogs.
All right, then this song is called Original Woman. I mean Dynamq. Can I small nito badak ne bridgetani. Mata kumnesitu, do not forget that the line is going to be open for you. The line is going to be open for everybody that would like to join the show and of course give your comments or join us and talk to Dynamq. And also we are live on our Facebook. That means we're going to be also engaging our live viewers. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Original Woman, you had it right here first on iRadio.
Original Woman.
Original Woman Tataide, number one. 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 My woman live a good life, everyone adore. When she walk by, every woman out of luck. In the midst of all that, man they lose control. Independent woman, pretty that's for sure. Woman, get yourself together. Woman, love yourself forever. Spend your money, spend whenever. When they talk, you say whatever. Miss Abba, potential. Miss Abba, potential. Original